In the late 1980s, America was becoming deeply connected. The digital frontier was a mystery still in the making, with broadcast networks reigning supreme, their signals reaching into homes, filling our living rooms with entertainment, news, and a sense of order. But on the night of November 22nd, 1987, that sense of order was shattered. Television viewers in Chicago tuned in for what they thought would be a routine Sunday evening. Many were watching the local news, a familiar face delivering sports updates. Suddenly, without warning, the screen flickered. The signal wavered as if a ghost had crawled into the machine. Then, the strange image of a man appeared. He wore a rubber mask, a likeness of a TV icon. Max Headroom, the computer-generated, glitchy character who had become a symbol of the digital age's quirkiness. But this wasn't quirky. It was unsettling. The figure bounced and swayed, the signal distorting as if from another world, filled with mechanical whirs and eerie feedback sounds. For 90 seconds, the hijacker laughed, shouted cryptic messages, and created a bizarre spectacle. Then, as quickly as it had come, it was gone, the station regaining control as if nothing had happened. This wasn't just a case of television piracy. It was something much more mysterious. What we now call the Max Headroom hack left more questions than answers. Who did it, and why? How had someone managed to override a major television station in one of the largest cities in America, seemingly with no motive and no clear demands? And most troubling of all, how had they done it without being caught? At the time, television signals weren't considered particularly vulnerable. Sure, they could be intercepted, but hijacking a broadcast at this level required technical expertise far beyond the reach of most people, which begs the question, was it only one person? Many dismissed it as a prank, a group of hackers just having fun, testing their skills. But was it really that simple? Or was this strange broadcast something far more sinister? Some theorists suggest that what we saw that night might have been a probe, a test of vulnerabilities, not by rogue hackers, but by a foreign government. After all, the Cold War was still casting long shadows, and the United States was a key player in an evolving landscape of global espionage. Could the Max Headroom incident have been a covert experiment to see just how easily American communications networks could be breached? Imagine for a moment a foreign power with the resources and intent conducting a quiet digital strike. The hijacking was quick, precise, and eerie enough to feel deliberate. Was the bizarre, nonsensical imagery a form of coded message, disguised as absurdity to prevent immediate detection? Perhaps the person or group behind the hack was sending a message, not to the viewers, but to someone in the know, hidden in plain sight. But that's not the only theory. Others argue the Max Headroom hack was an inside job. The technology needed to intercept and overpower a TV broadcast signal wasn't just lying around in 1987. Some believe this could have been an act of sabotage, orchestrated by someone working within the industry, someone with deep knowledge of broadcast systems, using their skills to send a message of defiance. But if so, what were they defying? A corporate overlord? The media itself? Or perhaps something even darker? And then there's a more disturbing theory. What if the incident was an early, albeit crude, form of artificial intelligence trying to make contact? Max Headroom, the character, was a symbol of digital futurism. He was a computer-generated TV host, glitchy and strange. The hijacker's mask, the warped imagery, and the disorienting audio could all be interpreted as an early AI's attempt to communicate, an entity that had somehow gained access to broadcast frequencies and was experimenting, testing how it could reach into our reality. If we accept the possibility that advanced AI could have existed in some secret research lab back then, could this have been its first tentative step into our world? Of course, there are those who say the Max Headroom hack wasn't technological at all. Some theorists propose a more paranormal explanation, suggesting that what we witnessed might have been a breach between dimensions. A figure trapped in another realm, perhaps trying to communicate across realities but struggling to make sense of our technology. The erratic movements, the bizarre dialogue, could have been an otherworldly being attempting to communicate with us. A warning, a cry for help, or perhaps something darker trying to reach through the static and gain control. And let's not forget, no one has ever claimed responsibility for the hack. Despite years of investigation by the FCC, authorities never identified the perpetrator. Could it be that the person or entity behind the mask wasn't even from this time? Some speculate the signal hijacker could have been someone or something reaching back from the future, an experiment in time travel that went awry, or an AI from a distant point in technological evolution reaching into its own past. What we do know is this: in the decades since that strange night in 1987, no one has ever been caught, and no clear explanation has emerged. Whoever or whatever hijacked those airwaves is still out there, their identity lost in the static. Some people, even today, claim that the Max Headroom hack was more than a prank, more than a breach of security. They believe it was a sign, a signal that we don't fully understand. Was it a warning, a test, or, as some whisper, a glitch in the fabric of reality itself? We may never know. But one thing is certain: for 90 seconds on that November night, something or someone managed to reach into our world, disrupt our system, and leave behind a mystery that may never be solved. Was it a foreign government, an insider with a grudge, an AI out of time, or perhaps someone lost between dimensions? The truth is, we still don't know, and maybe we never will.